4.
Welcome to the Family Fantasy Football 2023 season.
That was
I
pretty good.
forgot what I was going to do at this one. All right. Hey, we're going to kick this 9th season off here. We want to give a big congratulations out to Dave, who won. That's the KCMO Chiefs fan team. First year he's won. He's only been in a couple of years, but he's done really well.
Yeah.
You know, the first year
Steadily
he started
improving.
out, he was picking quarterbacks and kickers the first time, and then, you know, and he
Whole
was
team was
picking.
Kansas City.
They were all Kansas City, and he realized, well, one week is going to be a bad week because they're all on bye. But in this case, he's figured it out or whatever. He picks his favorite players, and he's moved on, and now he's won a championship. So.
Yeah.
All right, but we also lost a player this year. John, he's no longer with us, but we gained another family member.
Well, he's still with us. He's just not playing this year.
Yeah, I don't mean it like that. He's not in the league with us any longer. But, however, we've gotten another family member to join us. We hope that he'll stay around for a long time because that's the whole point of this family fantasy football league is to have family getting together, bringing us together, and having fun at the same time.
Absolutely.
So we want to welcome Austin
Yes.
for the 2023 Family Fantasy Football League.
Yeah.
All
you
right.
Spit that out way easier the second time.
It was. You say it so many times like a tongue twister, right?
I'm sure the 9.9% doesn't help.
It doesn't. You know what? I normally drink real beer, but this tastes like a fruit candy, but at the same time, it's 10% alcohol. So we've been drinking a couple of these and we've been getting ready. So, well, we'll be all right when it's at 10%.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on.
So what's next? Rule changes. So this is really kind of an easy year for rule changes, but the rule change is pretty significant. We are converting to a keeper league. Now, for those of you that don't know, what that means is for the 2024 season, you will have access to your 2023 ending roster, and you're going to be able to pick one player for this first year that you're going to start the draft with already on your roster. So if you've got them this year, you're excited about having them next year, you can identify that player and say, hey, I'm keeping that guy. That player never enters the draft pool. You get to keep him. And the idea is that we're going to grow from there. We're going to try it with 1 this year, 3 the following year, 5 the year after that, with the goal of converting this league to a dynasty.
But what does that mean to us today, Tyler? Like this weekend, we're going into the draft. What does that change today, this weekend, for us on the draft if we're not even picking that player till later?
So that's a really good question. So for this draft, nothing changes. You don't have access to your old roster. It's going to be a straight draft. You're going to have all your spots to fill. I highly suggest starting with that defense. And once you've got that defense picked out, go for the backup defense. That's the strategy I'm going to offer up to anybody drafting before me. And don't forget a kicker. Those things can often get neglected, and you don't want to get stuck with a kicker that's not going to get you many points.
But the important part is if you do pick that number 1 defensive team like the Jets,
yes,
right now, if you pick that number 1 defensive team like the Jets and you decide to keep them as a keeper league, you wouldn't keep them until next year.
Right. So the way that you have to make that decision once we open up the league for next year, you're going to, up until 1 hour before draft, you're going to have to make your decision of which player or defense or even kicker that you want to keep. And you say, hey, that's my keeper. And then everyone else that's not identified from a keeper from all the teams will go into the draft pool, and those players will just remain on your team.
I guess the main thing that I'm asking here, Tyler, is that can I pick a player if I didn't draft him this year?
No, you cannot. They have to be on your roster at the end of this season.
All right, well then, I think we've covered everything. We've given congratulations, brought in the new players.
Yeah.
We've gone over some new rules. What do you think about getting down to the draft?
Yeah, it sounds like a good idea. But
All
before we do that,
Oh,
I just want to bring up that, did you happen to check out the fantasy football podcast from ESPN?
yeah.
They're talking
I
about-
listen to them a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Which one are you talking about?
The one where they were talking about the statistics for drafting first.
Oh, I caught
Yeah.
this one. This was earlier this week.
Yeah.
No, this is a good one. ESPN's fantasy statistics is that the number 1 draft position wins 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah, that's just nuts, right? So you'd think you want to draft first.
You would think, but I'll tell you this: in our league, every person that has drafted first in the last 8 years has not even won.
That's just
It's
crazy.
0. So ESPN's got 9 out of 10, but we were at a 0 rate. So go ahead and have first draft pick.
Well, I think we can go ahead and get started with the draft. You think?
Oh, I think so.
All right.
All right, we're gonna call Clayton up here. Oh,
So you're gonna hand it to me, or you're gonna pick?
I'm gonna hand it to you.
All right. Well,
you don't want to pick? All right, cool. All right, so did you pick last year? Or did I pick last year? How do we? I don't remember.
I honestly don't remember, and this isn't helping at all.
Okay, I'll pick this year then, and then I'll let you pick the sides of the
Yeah.
the
Bench
divisions.
warmers. Yeah. All right. Sounds good.
All right, so-
with the first pick,
First pick, which is technically going to be the loser of this season,
well, we're gonna see if they can break
according
that
to statistics.
streak. All right.
For the first draft pick of the 2023, bring it down some.
Oh,
the
sorry.
camera. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
We don't want to be out of the camera's view.
Yeah.
Is going to be. Okay, wait a minute now. Before I read this name,
Is it yours?
No.
Is it yours?
I also, when I was doing the research of our league having the first draft pick, I came up with who's had the most first draft picks in this league. And I think I told you earlier about it.
Was it Mom?
It was. And guess who is first pick this year?
No.
My mom, Boneheads team, is first draft pick again.
That is awesome.
So,
What is that? Is that 4 times first?
I think that is 4 times out of 8 seasons. She's a 50% rate of getting first draft pick.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Congratulations for losing this year's league.
No.
According to
break the stat.
statistics.
Break the stat.
Break the stat. There you go. Next on our draft is going to be, oh my gosh, this is almost a mimic of last year.
What?
KCMO.
No way.
Number 2 is KCMO, Chiefs fan.
All right.
Dave, you got second pick. He really wanted to be at the top of that when I talked to him earlier today, so
He was one at number 1.
he was wanting number 1.
Okay.
And
well,
now at
okay.
number 2, and knowing my mom's going first, he's probably happy with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? All right, so now we're going to go with the third draft position, and that is Austin. Welcome.
Look at that.
Austin.
That is a
You're
good
the
position
third
to draft.
pick.
I like the third.
All
I
right.
did pick my bad shoulder to try to hold this up with.
You can set it down anytime. All right, fourth pick is going to be Greg Dreadnought. Dreadnought, you're at the fourth pick. Oh man, I'm moving further down this list. I like to at least be somewhere around the middle. That's where I prefer.
All right.
Let's see if I can pull my name out, and I didn't. Wow.
Who'd you get?
Tua legit. Katie, you are number 5.
Oh, yeah.
Do those two you normally get right next to each
I
other?
was going to say,
too?
you're
They're-
causing household beef. Don't take my player. You got 2 households where they're going to be saying the same thing. If
All
you
right.
pick.
Oh, yay. Look at this. Number 6 is me, Married Monsters.
Nice.
All
The
right.
last pick
I
of the
like
draft.
this.
can
This
feel
is
it. I can
throwing
feel it.
Jeannie and Tyler at the end of the draft. And there's nothing worse than being at that turn. I'll tell you that right now. All right. Palm trees, number 7. That's Jeannie.
She didn't even hear it. Number 7.
7, Jeannie. All right. Oh, right behind her, we're just going to keep everything in the household right behind everybody. Tyler, number 8. Hurricanes and Nightmares. I did ask him, when is he ever going to change his name? Because about 20 years ago, this hurricane hit. He had nightmares from it. I'm like, it's been 20 years. Let's go with a new name at this point. Hasn't decided to change it.
I'll
All
think about
right.
it.
I think we're at number 9. Are we at 9? All right. Number 9 is It's Not Hype, Gary.
Yeah.
All right. At least he's changing his name,
Yeah.
unlike everybody else. And for the last but not least,
That'd be
Team
Dad.
S.
That'd be Dad, yep. All right.
All
Let's
right.
load him back in here so we can figure out the divisions. All right, twist it up really good.
All right.
Okay, that's right. I said I was going to do that. Okay, we're going for bench warmers first.
Bench warmers and cheerleaders is our divisions.
Yep, so bench warmers.
Bench warmers.
All right, number 1 bench warmer, Dreadnought.
Are we doing all bench warmers?
Yeah, we'll just do all 5 bench
Okay,
warmers.
all
and
5
then-
bench warmers.
So if your name doesn't get called, you're a cheerleader. Number 2 bench warmers, KCMO Chiefs.
Now, these divisions are important because these are who you're going to be challenged against
To
as
get
far as when you're going to the playoffs.
Getting that number 1 spot. Boneheads. Uh-oh.
All
They
right.
say a house divided.
House divided, yeah.
Hurricanes and Nightmares.
Ooh, that division's looking
I
nice.
hope you're in here. I hope you're in here. Married Monster.
Oh,
All right, everybody else, you are a cheerleader.
All right, that's Gary, Jeannie, Austin,
Boneheads.
Katie, Team Hess, and
Boneheads.
Boneheads.
Yep. All right.
did I see hers? I don't see her. Boneheads is already over there.
Oh, I have Boneheads?
Jeannie, Katie,
Oh, yeah. I do
Gary.
have Boneheads.
Austin, and Team Hess.
This is not our normal level
All
of
5.
production. I got to tell you. We've done better.
Hey, you know what? This is season 9, all right, and I can't wait for next year.
I
Even
can't
though
either.
I know the trophy's going to be here this year, all right, because I'm not picking first. You're not picking first. That trophy's going to be here in Florida, I guarantee it, which is great because next year is 10th season, and we're
We're
gonna
doing it
kick
in
off.
Jamaica. No,
A
okay.
big giant one. Yeah, Jamaica?
Jamaica.
I don't know.
All right,
Jamaica,
everybody buy your
a
tickets
cruise
now.
draft, whatever you guys want to do. That's what we're going to do. But hey, we wish everybody a good luck this year. We know you're not going to do very good if you drafted first, Mom. Anybody else, we know you'll do great. We wish happiness for everybody.
All right. Have a great season, everybody.
All right.